Opie Radio.
What the fuck?
The Opie Radio podcast.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I'm confused.
No, I make fun.
You want to get an iced coffee or something?
Yeah, I could use an iced coffee. What's a whole bra?
That's a taco joint.
Oh, yeah.
Cobra's a very popular tacos place here.
I saw the surfboard. I should have figured that out.
Yeah, it's actually one of the most popular spots. And then right next door, that's a fancy joint, Tuscany Grill. Great restaurants in Bedford.
So let's get a coffee.
Yeah,
I need an iced coffee. Me and Yannis are going to get an iced coffee.
Get a coffee from the Asians.
No, why? Asians don't make good coffee, do they?
They have a good spot on one of these blocks. I said Asians like that because that's how you know. My dad, who's 90, just still calls them Oriental.
How do you have a 90-year-old dad? How old are you?
I'm 42. He's 90. He had me when he was 48. Yeah.
I can do math.
Yeah.
I should have a math.
I can't. Because he's my dad, and I was like, that makes him... Yeah, so he had me a while ago, and I love he just still calls them Orientals. And he's a liberal guy. He's a nice guy. Open-minded. But then for Puerto Ricans, you ever know the old way to say Puerto Ricans is Puerto Rican? They pronounce it Puerto Rican?
Yes. Yeah, but that is old school, man. The older guys, my dad used to go to the VFW halls, and they would just beat the shit out of each other. They'd make fun of Polish people, black people, Jewish people, and everyone in between, and it was all done in love, that old school joking around.
That was back
You can't do that now.
No, you can't have fun anymore. Can't be fun. Just because of a few, there's some bad people, there's some racists, but racists are also pretty hilarious. You got to admit, Italians, very racist, but hilarious. The things they come up with are pretty hilarious.
Yes.
I mean,
and they got good souls.
They do have good souls, but, just some of the phrases that they use, just pretty funny. You got to admit. You got to give it to them.
This must be the Asian joint because they spell coffee with one F and one E. Come on, that's just funny. Come on. You've never been to an Asian neighborhood, you fucks?
Good guess. True. Yeah, coffee's pretty good, too. They got cold brew here. I still don't know what that means.
I love cold brew. I don't know what it is either.
It's stronger, right?
And it just tastes a little better.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah, this is
forward to coffee every day.
Hey, how are you? Can I get a cold brew?
Small or large?
Oh, that's a great question. Let me go small because I have a 3-hour ride back to the beach and I don't want to have to pee in a.
You said small. I grabbed the large anyway. Sorry.
I was explaining why though, and you interrupted me.
Your whole life story. I don't want to. I got a 3-hour drive back. Nautical mile 7.
Well, there's nowhere to stop, so then I'm gonna have to use the Gatorade bottle because I do need the extra room to pee on the way. What?
I said you're like my dad. He does the same thing.
He pees in bottles? Yeah. Good for him. Yeah, but does he use a water bottle or the Gatorade bottle?
He has multiple.
He does? What's his bottle of choice? Snapple?
There's one that they sell that's literally just for... Oh, you're recording this? Anyway, there's...
Why would I have this conversation if I was?
There's one specifically...
You act like people don't walk in with microphones all the time.
Yeah, anyway, there's one that people specifically built for that purpose, for pulling over on the side of the road and just, having to go.
No, man. You get a Snapple or Gatorade, and then you use that after you're done drinking it.
Fair enough.
Right?
And then what do you do with it?
You throw it out on the Long Island Expressway.
You throw it.
You throw the full bottle out. Yeah, you don't want to bring that shit home.
There are rest stops, though, no?
From here to where I'm going, no.
No, there aren't.
And most of Long Island doesn't have rest areas.
So you're going to go 3 hours without peeing no matter whether you drink this coffee or not?
So I will be, I will be using that cup. I might need an extra cup, matter of fact. I got a lot of pee in me.
Okay, so
you're I'm not going large. I'm getting that.
For your pee cup, I mean.
Yeah. Put that aside for my pee for later. Thank you.
Would you like me to label this for you?
It's not a bad idea. You got a Sharpie?
Yes, I do. Pee cup.
I'm Opie. I used to be Opie, O-P-I-E. No recognition. That's great. That's why I'm in a Chinese coffee shop in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. I used to be famous, you son of a bitch. Giannis, you want anything? Wait, look. Opie's pea cup.
Pour my coffee in his pea cup.
Thank you.
No.
And Giannis will have something.
I'll do a large iced coffee, please.
You guys need room for milk?
No, I go black.
You go black. That's strong, brother. I need a little room for milk.
Sure. What kind of milk would you like?
Just regular milk.
Anything else?
No.
Total $7.75.
Are you getting the coffee?
I am getting the coffee. Fucking Chris, because he was flirting with the chick at the smoothie joint. Yeah. I got like a $4 or $5 smoothie, and he made me give her the whole 20.
He did?
Yeah.
Why?
I did well for myself in my career, but I don't really make money these days.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to give you... wow, your coffee's expensive here, first of all.
I mean, cold brew is expensive.
$7.75.
Brooklyn prices.
You know what? But you were a kind soul, and you went with my pea cup thing. I'm going to give you $2.25.
There you go.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm curious. What is the difference between cold brew and regular brew?
So regular coffee is brewed over the course of...
Hold on. This is good stuff for the podcast.
Nobody knows the answer.
Yeah, what's the difference between regular coffee and cold brew?
So regular coffee is brewed over the course of like 4 to 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your coffee machine. Anyway, cold brew is brewed over 24 hours, so it's much stronger, and that's why it's more expensive because it takes forever to make. I'm pouring this on the wrong line.
And boy, does it make you pee, Yannis. Oh, sorry.
So,
Huh?
less acidic, is that what it is?
Yeah, she knows. I apologize for what I said. Oh, that's my pea cup. Let me... No, I'm serious. Look.
So it's stronger.
Says it right on it.
It's like,
Because I have a 3-hour ride, so I'm going to use this, in the car.
Why not out the window?
Pee out the window, driving 60 miles an hour on the...
I'm kidding.
Okay. All right, I'm going to leave you alone. All right.
Is that enough for milk for you?
Yeah, that's plenty. She didn't like my pea cup.
Yeah, he's
I don't need ice for my pea cup. You're embarrassing me now, sir.
I love it that he wrote
The guy
it
on the
on
laptop
Opie's
is laughing
pea
at
cup.
me. Thank you. What the hell? Why is that guy trying to embarrass me?
Well, now you know if you're in Bay Ridge and you want a great cup of coffee and you need a pea cup for a road trip,
Yeah.
come to RX Coffee.
Spelled C-O-F-E.
14 E's.
Should we go back and see if Chris is done?
Yeah.
I want to at least end the podcast properly.
Yeah.
And then I got to figure out where I'm going from here. All right, we're out.
You're going back to the beach, no?
Yeah, right after this. Oh, I didn't put enough milk in my coffee.
So have you been there the entire summer?
More or less, yeah.
That's great.
I come home and I podcast and I go right back out.
Yeah. I'll get your pea cup.
Oh, thank you, guy.
Thank you.
Man, I'm sorry about the language.
Enjoy your pee.
I will. I like him. He was all right.
Yeah, he's good.
Dude, aren't straws illegal? I feel weird with a straw.
I guess the law hasn't gotten to Brooklyn yet.
Well, Brooklyn ain't going to deal with the no straw law.
I don't think so. You know what? Those paper straws are gross, dude. They fall apart. You start to taste cardboard in your mouth.
Right. I love how we're banning straws, but not the giant plastic cups that the coffee come in.
It is kind of a stupid thing, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. So retarded.
It's so stupid.
Oh, can you say retarded anymore?
Not supposed to, but
Yeah, but I mean, I
we
got
can.
respect for that, but
Yeah.
but you should be able to use some of those words still, no?
Yeah. And that's just great. That's just nice. It's
Yeah.
always nice to see.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go back and see Chris, and maybe we'll end the podcast because I think Chris is low energy now.
Yeah.
I burned him out walking around for an hour in 90-degree
yeah.
heat.
It's not not only do you have to be entertaining for your podcast, you also have to be in decent shape
Yeah.
and be able to deal
Thank
with
you.
weather conditions. Yeah.
I just want to do it differently than everybody else. Make sure you guys do your podcast differently, Giannis.
You're right.
Just try to find that
You gotta
angle
find
that's
another
different.
angle.
No,
But for your podcast, you can't have any guests on who have any respiratory issues or or over a certain amount of weight. You have to get a doctor recommendation to be able to do
Right.
that. Like, look, we're going to be walking for 5 miles in 90-degree weather.
Well, now that summer's over, I'm going to be doing more in the studio, so I'd love to have you on again, too.
Oh, I'd love to
For
be
real.
on. Yeah. Is this the angle, though? Is it that you walk around with people?
I'm up to 30. I'm almost up to. Where am I? I'm in. I don't know. I've done over 30 episodes, 36 or 7, somewhere around there. And a lot of them have been doing it this way. And then I've had traditional sit-down interviews with people as well. But I like this way better.
This is fun because it's like normal hanging out. It's
Right.
like real hanging out.
Well, people
it's
say
not like we're sitting down and then let's do a pie. It's like, hey, let's just roll.
right.
Yeah.
Well, they get annoyed by the wind, but besides that,
Yeah, and you can't really do this in Times Square. because
No.
You get drowned out by sirens and...
well, I've done them in Times Square.
You have?
Yeah.
That's got to be tough on the audio when you're cutting it.
Well, they're kind of annoyed, and I have editing tricks because we have to do some jump cuts because of sirens and all the other horse shit going by. But yeah, I like it doing it this way.
Yeah, you also do run. It would be funny if eventually you are walking around doing a podcast and there is a crime that happens.
Well, that would be wonderful.
End up having like crucial audio evidence to help solve the crime.
Well, more likely is me getting punched in the face.
Or that, yeah.
The guy I do the podcast with, the Cuban, he gets very nervous when I walk around with him. He doesn't like me interacting with the people.
Oh yeah, because you called that place a Chinese coffee shop to the Chinese guy.
Well,
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
Thank
the guy
you.
was Chinese. It was a Chinese coffee shop. I did say it was a Chinese coffee shop.
and you know what? I'm not judging. This is a good cup of fucking cold brew coffee.
They do good coffee for some reason.
How many fucking hair places does this place?
There's a lot of hair.
Is this the one?
This is it. Yeah, it looks like.
Dude, how long does a haircut take? Okay.
Well, since he gets
She would definitely not be able to do my podcast.
No, she would not. Yeah, she has an oxygen tank.
Well, I'm not laughing at that. I was just kind of, doing a little callback to what we were talking about. You understand that, right, Yannis?
Yeah.
It's just a callback. I'm sure she's lived a great life and wants to sneak out another year or two. That's okay.
Yeah, I have my friend I grew up with. Whenever we see an old person, he would always say, it would always make me laugh because he'd just go, "Yeah, she's close."
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, he's close. Yeah, he's close.
Yeah. How
'Cause
long?
That's really what it is.
How long does this haircut take?
He's got to get a lot of like lines in his head.
See,
They shave a part in there.
I'm not one of those guys. I can't do lines in my haircuts.
Yeah, he doesn't really get like a white kid's haircut.
No, he doesn't.
No.
It's more of like.
Yeah, Spanish kids.
Yeah, pretty much. But it looks good on Chrissy D.
Looks good, yeah.
I got cowlicks and all that horse shit, so I can't do that.
So yeah.
I just point and go, yeah, give me the 2.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, he's got to get like shave bobs. And
That seems
it
exhausting.
involves like scissors, clippers, like 3 different tools.
Something just dripped on me.
Air conditioner juice.
You sure? I don't see any air conditioning.
Yeah, it's got it. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, there she is.
She's up there?
Yeah, it's up there.
Now I don't know, are they done? All right.
The good thing about this neighborhood is you can still look at a woman or a girl and not feel like you've committed a crime.
Really?
You know how that's how it's become now. Like women look at you like
Yeah,
they
what
get
are you looking
angry,
at?
Like you're insulting them or
What do
something.
you mean, what am I looking at? You're walking around with no bra and
Yeah.
your cleavage is hanging
And
out.
you're
I'm sorry I
gorgeous, yeah.
looked. Right, I'm sorry I looked.
I'm sorry. I looked at you because of nature. Like,
Right,
what do you want
I'm
me to
sorry.
do?
Yeah, there is some of that nature still in humans.
I mean,
Doesn't mean we're gonna drag you somewhere and do awful things to you, but
No.
Jesus,
Yeah.
maybe somewhere in between those 2 points.
would be nice. It would be nice, but it's a wild time now. It's a wild era we live in. Very, you got to be. Everything's
Well, you comedians,
very wild. Yeah.
I told Chris, me and Chris talk a lot, and all the shit that's going on with you and the stand-ups is, I said you, meaning stand-ups in general, is that it happened to radio guys. The
It
PC
did?
culture
Yeah.
fucking took out all the good radio shows, yeah. And now I remember saying to the comics way back in the day, like, they're coming after you guys next. Don't think they're not.
How far back do you think it started with the radio guys?
Oh, fuck. That's at least old now, 10 years at least.
So it started around there?
See, when you did a radio show, all you had to do was worry about the FCC regulations.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of rules, can't curse, all this stuff, right? Yeah. As long as you follow those, they left you alone. But then the PC culture starts sneaking in. Everyone with a little letterhead, and then all of a sudden maybe you have an Asian character on the show, and there's no hate in your heart. You're just trying to be funny, and maybe someone could do the accent well.
Yeah.
All of a sudden that was a no-no. Hair looks wonderful.
Thank you.
For real. Congrats. All right. Enjoy the day.
You made her day. That was great. See, she appreciated that.
I had to say something.
Yeah.
The sound we heard through half the fucking podcast was her getting her hair blown out.
Her hair does look good.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Soft. Right? Fluffy?
Yeah, that's wild. Now
so-
that if you have talent, it's like it's racist to do like an accent or something
Yeah.
if you're not that race.
Yeah. No, so the radio guys, they didn't have any hate in their heart. There was even a radio guy that, I forget the exact story, but he had an Asian bit, and he was married to an Asian woman, and that didn't even help him.
Fresh.
Chrissy
Yeah.
D!
Yeah, I'll come through and get mine.
Nice to meet
listen, he's got my number. Just give me a call.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
brother.
meeting
For
you,
real.
all right?
For real. Got a great...
Barbershop, 3rd Avenue. Chris, I'll see you.
I'm going to come back for that mohawk.
Thank you.
But we got to go get Chrissy's kid.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready, man.
All right, thanks, buddy.
We're going
All
to stop
right.
in the bike shop, too, on the way over there.
Yeah?
I'll see you later. Later, Steph.
All right.
Anthony Esposito. It's a good cut, no?
Yeah.
I was going to the other. I looked in the other shop.
You got to get fresh fucking cuts for $33.
And it seems like you got some energy back, too, Chris.
Yeah.
Now what are we doing? Should I leave you?
No, we're going to go. Let's go. Well, walk this way. We're going to stop in the bike shop real quick, talk to Anthony for...
Finish telling me about that thing, about the radio.
So, yeah, so all of a sudden, like, it wasn't, good enough that you follow the FCC regulations. This wind might kill us. Hold on. Let's cross the street.
I'm fucking hungry, but I can't have bread.
You can't have bread?
Keto.
Yeah. You're exhausting. Following your diets is completely
And
exhausting.
I just keep gaining weight.
Right.
You're stupid.
So all of a sudden, like some Asian group that doesn't even listen to the show started a letter campaign or whatever, calling the radio station. And it used to drive me nuts because, the radio stations and management, like, we would go to them and go, these people don't listen to the fucking show. Tell them I'm sorry, but there's no hate in their hearts, and they're just trying to entertain people. It wasn't good enough. Radio companies got really scared and just started firing all the edgy shows.
Yeah.
And then I said, you watch, they'll go after stand-up comics next. And everyone thought I was crazy. Like, there's no fucking way, But sure enough, the club owners and whatnot, everyone's getting nervous out there.
You're very right. We're in the midst of it right now.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Louis C.K. thing?
I think most people don't care.
Yeah.
I think most women don't care. I think, what's happened now is like people forsake the details to just, to be involved in an emotional lynch mob.
Yeah.
And they want to lump everyone in together. And
By the way, did you see that blonde girl sitting on Siebel?
yes,
No fumes.
Yeah, no fumes at all.
Zero fumes.
What does that mean?
If we could tell. Oh, my God.
Chris said.
Yeah. So we can look at women now
tell
and
which
see
ones.
if their vagina is going to smell or not, and we say fumes or no fumes. So we, for the most part, blonde, blue eyes, no fumes.
Something
If you got Scandinavian background, no fumes. Like Doug Stanhope said, that the stinkless.
Let me
puss.
try it. Ma'am, fumes or no fumes? Ma'am?
No fumes, just from the age.
Fumes, yeah, it's not her fault, Here's Suit Guy again, right in front of us. He has no purpose. He's going nowhere.
Holy fuck.
He just goes into different stores. He's going to go into the bike shop next, probably.
Why does he walk around in a suit? I still...
See 100
Can I ask the guy?
His job is just to feel classy. That's what
He
he
walks around,
So-
he's known as Suit Guy. I'm going to give him an Instagram.
So finish your...
So yeah, when you look at the specific details and that, it's the evidence of what happened. It's like, it's creepy, yes, I guess, but that the guy likes to jerk off in front of women. He's probably jerked off in front of tons of women who said yes and were okay with it. It was just these 4 instances, or I think there's 5 examples. To be honest, the creepiest one to me was the phone call where he was jerking off on the phone, if he was. But the other ones, he asked the girls. He said, hey, can I jerk off in front of you? They didn't say no. So he started jerking off. They're giggling and laughing. I guess he feels...
And granted, that is weird, but it's
weird,
not a crime.
But it's not a crime. It's not predatory behavior. Predatory behavior is like
Harvey Weinstein stuff.
Intentional,
Yeah.
and threats and promises. And if he was like, hey, I will put you on Louis if you let me jerk off, or he said anything like that. But no, they were drunk, they were partying, they went back into his room, and that's what the guy's into. So is it weird? I guess.
No, it's weird.
It's weird.
It's creepy behavior, but...
It's creepy behavior, but I mean, it's creepy behavior if someone's not into it. It's like...
This is where my kid is. So you want to wait on the corner?
Right here, it's...
Or come down a little bit.
Wow, that makes a guy feel good. Wait on this corner because I'm going to run into people that don't like you.
Yeah, you're cheating. You're treating us like we're your new girlfriend. Like,
No,
wait here,
it's
'cause my
just
baby's
it's not
mama
you
can't.
guys. It's the podcast. If she sees I'm on a podcast,
No, I get it.
I'll just say this is a sex toy. Yeah.
To be honest, we're better off down here.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Even if you weren't here, I'd want to stay here.
Really?
Too.
Oh my God, what's that
It's just
about?
unpredictable up there.
It gets a little unpredictable up there.
I like to stay where it's predictable down here.
There could be a tsunami on that block.
Yeah, something could happen up there. This tree's safe right here.
Oh, look, he even walks ahead of us really quickly.
Yeah, there's a little tension over there. So,
Are they getting along?
you never know, you know.
Right.
But it's not a happy situation.
Yeah, Chrissy's getting his daughter from, his baby mama.
Yeah.
Look, he's even looking back to make sure we're staying.
Yeah.
Like
Wants to
obedient
make sure there's
dogs.
witnesses in case he gets killed.
Right.
He's like, he actually wants us close enough to hear screams, but far enough not to initiate any murder.
So we should be close enough so we can film some shit,
Yeah.
just in case he needs it in court.
I mean, you will shoot all the way to number one on iTunes
No kidding.
if Chris gets stabbed right now.
Oh my God! Wow, he wasn't playing. It was fun, and then all of a sudden it was like, all right, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
No, with the
You know
Louis.
he means it when he's like, you guys stay down here.
Right. I don't think Louis C.K.'s whole career should be destroyed because of that behavior. I think he's a bit on the creepy side, obviously. And I think if the Comedy Cellar wants him to perform, that's okay. And you have the right to walk out if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And I go so far as to say it's creepy to me. I'm sure it's creepy to a lot of people. But people have all types of sorts of weird sexual things they want to do. Like I said, I'm sure like he probably did that with his wife or his girlfriends, or he likes to jerk off, you know? So it's his thing. It's weird to me, but, you know, here's the thing. It's like, if everyone is there's such power in saying you're a victim now that it empowers you for some strange reason, that we've moved the goalposts all the way back to like these scenarios and being a victim. Like, yeah, I guess these women are kind of victims, but are they compared to like people who've really been the victims of sexual assault or rape? I mean, it seems weird to compare them to those.
Well, that's the problem. You got to figure out how to filter this out, because for the longest time, women were too scared to speak up. So now they finally feel like the culture's changed enough where they could speak up. But then you wonder, to your point, where's the line where some people are just bullshitting and trying to get back at somebody, and where actual, bad behavior happened.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I like that the women could finally, feel like they could speak out.
That is good. That is real good. But I think what it comes down to is just, it's the details. You gotta look at what the details of what actually happened is, and you gotta weigh it that way. And yeah, it's just like this lynch mob justice is crazy to me.
I think what would help Louis C.K. is he's got to talk about it. He's been gone for what, a year, 9-10 months?
Yeah, he just went up and did a regular set.
And then he went up and did a regular set on, who knows, Gold Doubloons or whatever. He finds the good stuff. But I think it would have helped if he would have addressed, as they say, the elephant in the room. You know what I mean? Like, said something.
Yeah, I mean, I know I may not be popular in this, but with his particular scenario, I just feel like it was blown up because it was during this whole movement.
Right.
I feel like if this came out 10 years ago, you'd be like, that guy's fucking a creep.
Right.
But it wouldn't be this whole, like, should Louis ever do stand-up again?
Right.
Or, it's like...
I think you got to give people a chance, too, There's a lot of people that have done their time in jail, and they can't fucking find a job because no one wants to fucking hire them. And I think that's bad, too. But then again, if you're a business owner, maybe that certainly scares off a lot of people. But then these criminals that are walking the streets that did their time, they're like, fuck, I might as well go back to robbing people because I can't fucking get a job.
Yeah.
I believe people do deserve a chance.
They do. And I mean, but like, what's truly the difference between Louis wanting to jack off in front of you and asking, by the way? So, and there's a lot of exhibitionists who are worse. It seems like in all these cases he asked. But what's the difference between him asking to jerk off in front of you and some woman who says, like, I want you to pee on me or let me pee on you in the bed? And if she was a powerful comic, like, is there, it's like people, you see, if you think about it that way, you're like, oh, it's a kink. It's a weird kind of creepy thing. But I'm sure there's other people who have comparable things.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like
every single one of you comics have some weird fucking
I've
kink.
heard stories.
Oh my
I've heard
God!
stories of even some female comics who fucking
Right.
Say do this, and you're like,
As a group, you guys are a bit on the creepy side.
yeah. And it's like, they say, Louis had a little power. It's like, I mean, he wasn't doing it because he was. I'm sure he always did it. I'm sure he always liked.
As an
jerking off.
opener a long, long time ago, I'm sure he had the same behavior. I
Yeah.
think you're 100% right, but I don't know. I think he should have addressed the situation a little bit. But if Norm or anybody else wants to put Louis C.K. on their stage, then so fucking be it, man.
Yeah.
Maybe warn the people ahead of time, maybe, but those people could have left, and I'm sure they would have got a refund at the Comedy Cellar in
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah,
But I also heard that he got a standing ovation.
yeah. I mean, I wasn't there, but I heard
Was it a good set?
everyone who was there says it was like he murdered,
Really?
and then got a standing ovation because of how funny he was, not
Right.
because like
Right.
it was an appearance by Louis. It was just like I mean, you can't deny the guy's just fucking hilarious. Of
course.
He's so good at stand-up
course.
comedy.
Well, what's going on with the stand-up world? You guys got a lot of activists now. You got a lot of stand-up activists.
Yeah, it's
That's weird to me.
yeah, it's the two things.
Because I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
but
no.
Because I go back to radio again. Okay, you got to stick up for your own when you can. I mean, if it's somebody that did some blatantly bad shit, okay, sure, maybe you got to turn your back on them. But in radio, like when a radio guy would get fired, all the other radio shows would be like, "Yeah, fuck that guy," and I'm like, "No, you asshole! They're gonna come after you next."
Yeah.
Like the Imus thing was a big one for us. I stood up for Imus, and not many shows did. And all the black shows are like, "Fuck Imus," and they were happy he got fired. I'm like, "You dummies! They're gonna go after you guys next. Don't you get how this works?"
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
And they did. I remember that tsunami thing.
Right.
They went after Hot 97. Yeah. You're right. It did happen to the radio world kind of first.
It happened first, but my point is now you got all these little. Oh, here comes Chris. He's got his kid in a stroller.
He doesn't look like. He looks like someone who just kidnapped someone's kid.
Yeah, yes, he really does. He looks like a monster.
A monster with that bop.
But really fast before he gets here because he's going to get nervous again. But then you guys got like these comedian wimpy like activists that are causing a stink, and I'm like, you don't think you're going to be next?
Right.
What is wrong
And
with
they
you?
always are. You look at Jamie Kilstein. He was a good example.
I don't know.
Well, he was
I don't
just
know
like
the
this
name.
pure activist comedian, and then it turned on him, and his scene, his audience turned on him because he probably just hit on a couple girls and he was married,
Right.
And they were like, he's a sexual predator, and then he became banned from everywhere.
Gotcha.
So you're right. It turns on you,
Right.
You know.
Say hi, Aunt Giannis.
Hey, what's
And
up,
then
girl?
this is Uncle Opie. Say
Hi.
hi, Uncle Opie.
What a cutie. I've seen her in the Instagrams,
Did I
but
put too much sunblock on?
yeah, you look.
You look
I look-
sickly.
Yeah.
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 I actually didn't know it was sunblock, and I thought you were like, I was going to say you need to go drink some water.
Yeah.
Because you're pale.
Dude, you look like a ghost.
Yeah. I
And
gotta
where's
wash
my
it off of face.
suntan lotion? I told
I-
you.
here.
I got the pre, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah? Let's all get white faces, Giannis.
You want some?
No, I'm Greek. I'll be
Greek.
I got it.
All
I
right.
got a little
Can you hold my?
melanin.
Do
Yeah.
you got my pea cup, by the way?
I do.
Oh,
You
good.
want me to? I'll hold whatever.
You don't even know what happened while
What
you were
just
getting your hair
happened?
cut.
Holy mackerel.
You don't
You had some pee?
Here, hold
You
this.
peed in a
Man,
cup?
no.
You have good mic tech. No, you have terrible mic
I do.
tech. It's a little too close to your face.
All right.
Hi, Mama. All right, should we turn
Who
off the
wants to see the dog?
podcast? Should we turn off the
We gotta
podcast?
walk, we're gonna walk back and do. We gotta do a podcast of our own. Do you want to come on Beirut on the Patreon episode?
What is this? What is this
Put too
paste?
much. I put too much on my face.
Look how white my hands are. I can't even rub it in.
You did put too much on your face, and I mean, look at his neck. Take a picture of his neck so he can see it. I mean,
God, bro.
yeah, you guys look like geisha girls.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Are we going to keep walking, Chris, or should I turn this off?
Whatever you want to do.
Sometime-
I mean, just no more cursing or anything like that.
No,
Just-
God, no.
I like your shoes. Those are nice.
Those are nice. Those are like grandma's.
slippers? Those are nice chunks.
Oh, my God, the pigeons are attacking. Jesus.
Those are nice chunks.
That guy beeped his horn and 100 pigeons just flew.
You're not a hyena. I thought you were a hyena.
Chris,
Let's go, mate.
let's end this.
You want to end it? Yeah, we found it. I've ran out
No,
of gas.
no, you didn't. You were
Yeah.
good, bro. been me.
We must have done 2 hours.
Yeah, but next time it's gonna be me and Giannis, man. We got fucking chemistry.
Wow, yeah.
We got the chemistry,
This
bro.
is the new hyenas. Opie and Yannis, the history
No, we're going math.
The sexual assault hyenas.
We're
We
going-
talk about sexual assault.
We're gonna go math hyenas, and we're gonna take out history hyenas. That's what we do now.
Fine, and I'll show up with geography hyenas, and I'll tell you every state capital.
Yeah, can you do that?
Yeah, name a state. I'll tell you the capital.
Yeah, but I don't know them, so you could say anything.
You know every state.
Arkansas.
Little Rock,
Minnesota,
St. Paul,
New Jersey,
Elizabeth.
Buffalo.
I didn't know that.
Buffalo.
No, actually,
It's not Elizabeth.
it's Trenton. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're already
Oh, you got it
Buffalo.
wrong already.
You're ready.
What was the other one? Buffalo.
Yeah, I was just trying to make it into a bit.
Yeah.
Failed miserably.
Who wants? Anybody want? Baby, do you want something to eat?
All right, we're gonna end
Want
this.
a panada?
Mommy, do you want some tortillas?
Giannis said when I talk to my baby, I talk to her like a Puerto Rican grandmother. I'm like,
Actually,
baby, you want food?
He actually sounds like
Like a
Thai prostitute.
Thai
Yeah, he goes,
Taiwanese
"Mommy,"
prostitute.
Oh Jesus, what's
Mama.
wrong with you?
You want something, Mama?
Mama,
Mama, you hungry, Mama?
baby, you hungry?
Baby, you hungry?
Baby.
All right, why don't we get the plugs in? Maybe
All right.
maybe we'll do bonus podcasts, which I do too.
All right.
Which means that I just turn it on again. But let's end this officially. We didn't even get to talk about stupid questions on Comedy Central.
Oh yeah, that's
which
right.
is
I
doing
forgot
well.
about that. Yeah.
When can people see that with Chris Distefano?
That's on Friday nights at 10 p.m. Stupid questions on Comedy Central. Chris Distefano, and then you can check my website chrisdcomedy.com and follow me at chrisdcomedy on everything. But also follow at History Hyenas Podcast. For all the Bay Ridge Boys History Hyena podcast bullshit. And go to patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys to be a part of the Matriarch, which is mine and Yannis Pappas' Patreon fan base family, where we give you guys behind the scenes shit and we do history tours, but only for our Patreon members of the Matriarch.
And I absolutely am a fan of Bay Ridge Boys, for real.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, guys. And Giannis, first time we really did this, because like you said earlier,
He looks like a geisha girl.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, look at that. I'll send you all these videos and pics.
oh, thanks. How about you don't post any of them until I look at them? No, I don't care. Giannis, so what do you want to promote? We finally did it, by the way. Like you said, you did the radio show for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But we finally did it.
We did it. History Hyenas podcast, obviously, first and foremost, and just follow me online, Yannis Pappas. Also, Bay Ridge Boys at Instagram, and the Rigorous Podcast with Marisa. That's it.
That's it. All right, guys. Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. We did it. Joey, take it away.
Nice trip to Brooklyn, Greg. Good call on sampling your guest podcast, History Hyenas, at Apple. I was looking up the Bay Ridge Boys on YouTube earlier. Nice. Those two are the perfect couple. Without the gee part, I think. Incidentally, the paint store scene that kicks off Saturday Night Fever with Six Brothers Hardware, not there anymore. Now it might be called Bay Ridge Home Center on 5th Avenue, around 73rd. That's off the top of my head. If I'm wrong, Opie listeners, go ahead, kill me. That's what I get for not researching online. You could have also hit Lenny's Pizza on 86 and put a slice on top of a slice like Travolta did in an iconic intro. Lots of tourists do it, but sounds like you did enough walking for the day. Boy, I could go for a slice of Sicilian right about now. These last 2 episodes got me a bit homesick. I'll leave links for Chris and Giannis in the description of this episode. If you haven't subscribed to this podcast as of yet, well, come on. OpieRadio.com for cool merch. And don't forget to hit the 5-star rating on Apple so we can keep spreading the word at Opie Radio.